So today we are on episode 2 of our new series, Throwback Street. Basically, this series is where we will build a bunch of different tiny homes on one lot, making a little village, and each tiny home is going to be inspired by a Disney or Nickelodeon character. So think Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Lizzie McGuire. Actually, if you have any character suggestions, please leave them down below because I definitely might be forgetting some. And this episode, we will actually be creating the lay of the land for the village. I want to start carving out a path for all of the tiny homes and also maybe some communal areas. Let's try to bring the lot to life, and then we will go in and start creating the individual tiny homes. So yeah, we are definitely figuring things out as we go along, but let's get started. Okay, so this is our chosen lot for Throwback Street. It's in Windenburg. I think it was originally called the off-the-grid lot, actually. It's in the top left of the world. So yeah, it's 64 by 64, so it's absolutely huge. I think we can probably get at least 6 on here, 3 on each side. And I'm not gonna make it, actually, you know what, I'm undecided. I don't know whether I want it to be like a nice grid, all clean, or whether I want it to have more of a shape. I think probably a shape would be more interesting. Yeah, we're gonna do a shape, as in, as in just kind of some curve to the road, not just a grid form. I think this episode we're gonna use to get the lay of the land and probably build the exterior of Hannah Montana's house. I'm definitely doing a bungalow. I have some reference pictures already from the earlier episodes of Hannah Montana. So we're gonna do a bungalow up here. I'm saying up here because I want it to be elevated. And I think then we can use terrain tools to start carving that out. So roughly, I'm gonna map out the areas of the house with probably this. So let's go one house here. Okay, so if you come in through here, let's do one house here and one house here. And then let's say you curve this way. Or no, let's do 2 roads and then maybe they meet. So we'll do another house here, here, another one here, and then maybe a communal area here. Should we do 6? We could do another one. And then the road is gonna come, or the street, the path actually, because I don't want cars to be driving on this. The good thing about using these tools is that you can really just delete them. There's no commitment anxiety because you can just delete it if you don't like it. Yeah, and then maybe another path here. We could do another one there, but I kind of want this to be, no, that's what we're gonna do. So I want there to be forests around this side, kind of blending it in with the world, I guess. So we'll do lots of forests around here. Then there'll be rocks up here around by the bungalow, also this side here. More forests than on this side, and then around these 3 is going to be more open space. Maybe communal space we could do it in the middle, a big communal space in the middle actually, that could be kind of nice. Tables and chairs and a big fountain. Maybe we'll do that actually instead. I think that's better. So then in that we'll do 5 houses. So here is going to be communal space. There you go. It's done! Hang on, I'm deleting that terrain paint. I don't like it. I prefer this one. There you go, something like this. So that is going to be our plan for the lot. That is 6. Oh, I thought it was 5, but no, that's 6 lots. That's more than enough. Remember, they're gonna be tiny homes, so I'm actually saying they're gonna be tiny homes, but I don't think they will be. I'm saying they're gonna be tiny homes, but actually I don't know how small I'm actually gonna make them in the end. This is a lot of tiles for one lot, so we can definitely go a little bit bigger than tiny. They'll be on the smaller side. For sure they'll be on the smaller side. Let me show you her, by the way. This is Hannah Montana on her phone, looking very, very cool. So let me get started on this bungalow here and the terrain tools, of course, and then I shall be right back. Okay, so I just thought it might make sense if I'm just talking you through what I'm working on. So I am going through now and adding some height to the lot. So we've gone in with a little bit more of these subtle hills here, just to add some dimension to the lot. Otherwise it's gonna look very flat everywhere. We have a little bit on this side as well. Oh, wrong tool. I'm gonna do it also here, around there, like that. And then you just take the smooth tool once you've raised it and you just smooth it out around it so it's nothing harsh. We'll do maybe a little bit around here, there. And then of course we can flatten this out as we go and build. So when we do this actual lot, we'll go and smooth everything out more so it fits better with the shape. Because obviously we don't know who's gonna live here yet, so it will look better when we actually figure out who lives where. There you go. I'm just adding a little bit of hills around here. That's kind of nice. I like how that frames this lot here. Okay, so that I think is the front part. Oh, good. And then I want to basically do a very high bungalow here, and then a mid-height house here, and then a hill, and then it goes down to flat. So we've made the hill here. I can flatten this out a little bit, I think. And then this is a nice flat lot, so that will stay as it is. And then I need to work on these two. So this we can smooth out using the smooth tool, make it a little bit smaller. And I don't like when at the end of the lot it comes to this harsh line here, so I'll show you how to fix that in a second. That I think is already a lot better as a hill. I don't like when the hill has a point. I don't know if you can see, but it's fairly pointy there. So I'm just flattening it out a little bit. For this though, I basically take the Flattened Terrain tool. It flattens it to wherever you first click. So I've clicked where it's definitely flat, and I'm making everything flat. And then again with the smooth tool, just to smooth it out. Then everything will start blending better. And there you go. Okay, so that is one hill done. And then, okay, then I want to make this flat. So this is where a lot is gonna go. So I'm taking the Flattened Terrain tool again, and I'm selecting where I want the surface to be, the flat surface. If you press G, you can see what is a flat surface in the game. So pretty much all of our lots are flat surfaces. So we have one here, we have this huge chunk here. Obviously this is flat now, which is good because we want to build a lot there, but this isn't. Nothing here is flat. So I need to select now the part that I want it to be flat, and I want it to be the tallest point. Let's do here. And now you'll start to see this grid form appear. And that is an indication that the lot is flattening. And obviously a flat lot means it's easier to build. Items will go straight down on the flat lot. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit so it's a bit quicker. And there you go, flattening it out, this side maybe. So if we turn on the grid, you can see there's actually not that much land here as a grid. So that actually would be a very small tiny home. I think I might need to go a little bit bigger. Let's go out to this side here. Now if we turn the G on, you can see we have a very decent lot size that we can build. So now we need to obviously flatten and smooth out the hill because that looks very intimidating. So we can take our smooth tool, make it extra large, and then slowly start to blend. And you're seeing that the rocks will slowly disappear and turn into grass. Okay, and there we have it. That is the floor plan more or less finished for the Throwback Street kind of layout. I think what I'm gonna start doing is adding trees to the plot, clean up the terrain paint, and then maybe some landscaping more in this kind of area in the middle, and then we'll start to see everything take better shape and it will come to life better. So I think maybe let's add some trees first, figuring out what trees blend in best with this landscape. But see, this is where it's interesting because Hannah Montana's tiny home definitely needs a palm tree. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this palm tree here and kind of place it maybe over like this. I mean, we'll figure that out. We'll also do another one behind it, maybe here. Yeah, perfect. And then we'll do Hannah's bungalow on top. But other than those two, I think I want to try to blend in the lot into the surroundings. Okay, so I'm now in debug going around with these rocks from the Get Together catalog, which are the rocks that are used, or they're similar to the rocks that are being used in the world. So I'm just gonna scatter them around the lot just to blend everything in together. They'll look kind of lonely and weird when I first place them now. So here I'm just connecting this path like this, leaving a bit of greenery in the middle, and then I thought maybe we put this tree there to kind of cover it up a little bit. Okay, now we have random patches of grass. So this grass is different to the grass that is used in the world. You see here, this is kind of a darker grass, and the grass they use is super light. I personally do not like the grass that they use in this world. So I'm gonna use this grass here and blend it around the rocks, like exactly like we've done here. A little bit there, like that. And like this, kind of crawling up the side. See, there you go. Already it's blending in really nicely with the surroundings. So apart from those palm trees, which are a little bit random, but part of the story. So now let's go in with some terrain paint, I think, and start mapping out the actual footpath. And then I'm going to work on this area here. I want to do a fountain and some fairy lights. Okay, I've actually gone ahead and started already on Hannah Montana's bungalow. I still have to do the terrain, but we can go and do that together in a second. But I found a few inspiration pictures of the real life house, which I think we'll use. Obviously, because this is going to be a small home, we are going to do a variation on it. So I think we're going to skip the bottom floor and just do this really cool top floor up here, which actually fits perfectly with the terrain that we put around it. We have this big glass balcony patio at the top, which I definitely think is important to incorporate. And then I want to actually give more shape to this house instead. It's not a perfectly flat building. It actually looks like it kind of comes out here, kind of like this, sticking out of the top. Okay, and then let's create some shape here. So we'll do 2 tiles over and then it goes in again. All right, so this is how it looks, which is nice. Oh, it's deleted my base here, which I just realized. I don't actually know if we're gonna do a top floor. Let me try to figure out if this is gonna be enough. I don't actually think it is. No, let's do a top floor for her bedroom maybe. That could be fun. So we'll do it from this side and we'll probably have it like this maybe? We can obviously adjust and add, but I think that's nice. So I think actually this kind of asymmetry is a little bit weird. So we're gonna do that and then maybe go across to mimic what we have on the other side. It could work. It actually is huge. These are not tiny homes. Okay, I'm really happy actually with how this is looking. And then I just realized we can also take sand. There you go. We can take any of these sand terrain paints and paint this to look like sand, which is very Hannah Montana, which from this picture is what she's living on top of. So this is kind of giving me an idea of how I want this series to go. So I actually want each tiny home, or I should stop calling them tiny homes, let's just call them homes. I want each home to be inspired by the character and the TV show and maybe where they live, but not exact replicas, so just more giving that Hannah Montana vibe. And it should be 6 completely different vibes on this lot. That's the goal. So the contrasting homes is really part of bringing the street to life. Okay, so now we have the Hannah Montana area as a good work in progress. Let's go in with the terrain tools as originally planned. Okay, good. So that is our lot mapped. Now we need some kind of beautiful area here in the center. So I think what I'm gonna do is get the fairy lights from City Living, I think they are, and then frame this kind of circular area here with a fountain in the middle and then some benches. Okay, so I've gone ahead and added this fountain from Get Famous, which I think is actually the biggest fountain that we have in the game. Oh, that's also really nice though. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna change the fountain. I think I prefer that it's slightly lighter. And the color matches really well with these lampposts from Snowy Escape and then the Parenthood or toddler stuff fairy lights around it. Frames the area really nicely. And now I'm going in with these short stone ledge from Jungle Adventure. Frame the whole route or map it out with this ledge here, or whether I want it to be kind of more just mapped out with terrain paint. But I think let's do it all the way around and see how it looks. So for example, I know here I've got to clean up this terrain paint. I'm gonna blend it in a lot better when we have the house, because obviously it depends what kind of terrain the house is gonna be. So for Hannah's up here, it's sand, but obviously for the others, we don't know. So I'm gonna leave it green or muddy. So that is, it looks really, really crazy right now, but I promise it will come together as we start to do episode by episode. So I think next episode, we will focus on Hannah Montana's bungalow back here. And then maybe every few episodes, we'll do another detail episode on the little area village. So yes, we are going to leave it there today, friends. Thank you so, so much for watching. Very excited to see how this is going to develop and take shape. I do expect it to be a long series, so yes, stay with me for the next couple of months. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.